Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Marcel Bynack. With me, as always, is Abigail Ann Levy. And we have a fantastic episode with Lauren. I don't know their middle name, Denitzio of the fantastic fucking band Worriers, who happened to be the second interview Bothering the Band ever did when it was just a little old online publication. Anyways, we're so happy to have Lauren back. We talk guilty pleasure shows, new music, and a ton of other fun stuff like pancakes. Anyways, listen up. Bothering the Band with Lauren of Worriers. Welcome to Bothering the Band. We're so happy to have you. For those listening, Lauren was the second person to ever do Bothering the Band when it was just a written series. We are so happy to have you back. I personally love your music so much, and I'll get to it in this little fun questionnaire, but awesome. Yeah, like I said, your second interview ever. We're gonna circle back to some of those questions. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure.
When's the new album come out? Tell everyone first. Let's jump off there.
Sure. So the new record is called Warm Blanket, and it's out April 7th on Ernest Jennings Record Company. And yeah, we're really excited for it.
You said April 7th?
Yes. Yeah, April 7th.
Okay. Copious amounts of notes. Where are you at in the world?
Right now I'm in Los Angeles. I live in LA. Yeah.
Cool. Are you in the cool part of LA? Are you like Silver Lake or?
Well, I think it's the cool part of LA. I live in Glass Hill Park, which is kind of between Highland Park and Echo Park.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely a cool part of LA, and definitely not the super, glitzy Hollywood vibe part of town. So that's cool for me.
Beverly Hills.
That's far from that. The others. Yeah, I'm just gonna start telling people I live in Beverly Hills just and see what happens.
Beverly Hills 90210. It's amazing. And you're from the East Coast. When you go to LA for the first time, how unglamorous certain parts are, like the Walk of Fame. And like, I remember someone being like, hey, that's the Pretty Woman Hotel when I first went there. And I was like, really? That's it?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of stuff that especially like my parents came to visit and they wanted to see certain things. I'm like, that's it. Like this is not it's not as exciting, but there's definitely a lot that I did find to be like as romantic as it seems in the movies. So
how long have you been there?
I've been out here, I think about 4 years, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Since the very beginning of 2019.
Sorry. I love how everyone from the East Coast calls it out here, out there. It's a very funny thing. Everyone I know, at least, I mean, it's all musicians and artists and comedians. They're like, oh, I moved out here. It's just how it goes.
It's out. It's out. Yeah.
It is out.
I don't know.
It is out. In the interview we did on paper a long time ago, you at the time I asked what you were worried about, and you said you were about to adopt a puppy. Did you ever do that?
Yes.
Is that Lucy?
Yeah, that's Lucy. That's Lucy. So, yeah. Well, I thought I was trying to adopt a younger dog because I have been scared of dogs in the past. So I wanted to adopt a dog that I knew I could train. Like I wasn't somebody that was like, I want a puppy. I just wanted a dog that I knew really well. And yeah, I found Lucy probably not long after that interview. And now that is the dog that I constantly post about on social media.
And put on shirts. We love it. I'm asking because anytime a guest has a dog, Abby's smile gets very big.
Yeah. No, she's she's my favorite. We also have another dog, Poppy. And that was my first experience like taking care of a dog, but she's my partner's dog. So like Lucy's my first like dog of my own, I guess. Yeah.
I saw Instagram, your partner is apprenticing or trying to be a tattoo artist or just learning on the side. Is this true?
Yeah. So she's an illustrator and is basically teaching herself how to tattoo. And she definitely has some friends and colleagues who are tattoo artists who are kind of uh not formally apprenticing, but like, she has help from people and figuring out some stuff. But yeah, so she's learning how to tattoo. She's giving me a bunch of tattoos.
That's what I was getting at. Is I think it'd be very dangerous to have a partner who's learning. I feel like, especially like
Yeah.
a couple years ago, if you drink or whatever, I'd be like, let's do it. Any like weird inside joke that is so fleeting, I'd be like, let's get this tattoo.
Yeah, it's definitely a little dangerous if she's tattooing people at the house and I'm like, "Hey, can I get one?" And it's just like whatever I think of. So, yeah, I have a bumblebee. I have some lavender on my arm from her, but yeah, I'm going to have a lot of sticker tattoos in the next couple of years, I think.
Have you tried it on yourself?
No.
No.
Like me tattooing.
Yeah, I've never, I've only gotten it done from other people. I'm always curious if like you could do it yourself. Has she done it
Yeah.
on herself?
Yes. That's how she started. That's
Okay.
yeah, before she ever tattooed anyone else, she tattooed herself quite a bit. So yeah, she can do that, but I'm like not. I love drawing, but I can't like inflict pain on someone. I just can't. It's like I could never be a tattoo artist, I think. But it's great that she.
If Lucy or if you had a diabetic dog, could you give it an insulin shot?
That would be. I mean, I could if it was for something like that, but it would be very. I am like so uncomfortable with needles, like handling them. I can have tattoos all day long, but like I can't.
No.
No.
Right there with you. Anytime I go like get blood work, it's always like a bigger, like a tough looking person. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, I'm gonna look this way. And they're like, well, you have tattoos. And I'm like, it's so different.
Yeah, it's not the same
not
thing.
even close. Anyways, back to the diabetic dog. We had SG Goodman. Do you know who that musician is?
It sounds familiar, but I'm not totally sure.
He's like a folk rock Kentucky singer songwriter, and on the episode she was like, I gotta time out, I forgot what time it was, and then did it while we were
wow.
it was pretty wild.
Yeah. Shit.
Is that yeah, it's hardcore. Is that
intense,
right,
yeah.
Abby?
Mm-hmm. That is accurate.
Yes. Okay. Another thing is, after I bothered you the first time, you were supposed to play a show in Florida that got canceled due to the pandemic or something else. Who was on that show?
We were like as part of a tour we were supposed to play.
Yeah, and I
Florida.
I had tickets. I was like stoked to go.
Yeah, that was probably with Brian Fallon. That's
Yep,
what that tour
I think
was.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And it finally, the tour happened, but I don't think it got to Florida. It was a completely different routing, unfortunately.
It's okay. I would cancel Florida too. That's where I am.
Well, we played Fest. That was our one show in Florida, but I'm sure we'll be back there in the next year or so, which is kind of cool.
Well, I can't. If you come, I will buy tickets immediately. Fest. Are you doing Fest this year? Do we know? Have they
probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Last year was kind of like our last one for a while anyway.
Is it like a outgrowing? Is it like just chaos? What is? Can you even say? You can shake your head no.
I guess it kind of is outgrowing. I mean, I've played in one band or another for a very long time, and I feel like the experience has changed so much that it's like it's not necessarily like where I want to be every year. like only because we've had to cancel a few times because of tours, and I feel really bad. And I feel like, yeah, it just felt like a good time because we also played with a lineup that played on the last record, and it's probably going to be the last show that all of them could do all together. And it just seemed like a really good time to be like, okay, we're gonna play all the old songs. We're gonna play the songs that like kids who go to fest would know and like, and then we'll hold off for a while. So yeah.
I like that you said
Oh, no shade
kids.
to fest. It just felt like the time.
I like that you said kids. And it's not like 40-year-old punk rock guys who live around Gainesville.
Yeah, right. No, it's not. Well, I mean, it also includes them, but
Yeah.
like, you know.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna get us in trouble, so I'm gonna move on. Speaking of concerts, what was your first concert?
Oh, my first concert was Eve Six. Um, it was Eve Six at one of those like summer festivals. Um, and I mean, my first local show was Let's Go Bowling. At some It was like an all ages night at a nightclub in New Jersey. But my first concert, like the first big thing I went to, yeah, I must have been like 15 or something, but I saw it like Eve 6, which was not the way I thought I saw that going at that point. Um, but but yeah, that was the first free thing I was able to go to.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
So great. Eve Six.
Mm,
Are they still around? Is that guy
yes.
is that guy
Uh-huh.
toxic or is he okay?
He's pretty active on Twitter, I
He is,
believe.
right?
He like really likes yeah.
Yeah, no, but I love how anyone whose career you followed for more than like 10 or 15 years, you kind of have to like check now, like, hey, are they okay? Can I say that I like them? Um, yeah, they're around. Yeah, I think they're actually supposed to play Fest, which is pretty funny, but
Oh, that's
yeah.
wild. It's like Boston's, the Boston's guy, Dickie Barrett is,
Oh
you
yeah,
know, like
no. Mm-mm.
he's in the can. I'm like, man, come on. I gotta wear my yellow question the answer is Boston shirt around. Best concert.
Best concert. Ooh.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one because I've been to so many concerts. It's like, what? How do I even pick? I mean, I think honestly, I kind of want to say Gillian Welch.
Oh, nice.
I remember seeing her play at Southpaw in Brooklyn, which is this pretty small venue that doesn't exist anymore.
I know that place.
Yeah, and I just remember it being so beautiful and that sticking with me like at the time of like that was one of the best things I've ever seen. Um so yeah, I would probably say that because I've been to huge concerts and or like artists who are maybe more my favorite in a rock way,
Mhm.
but that was pretty special. I'll go with that.
I agree with that. Abby, I know you want, let's hear it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I love it. No, let's hear it. Let's hear the DM. It's like a DMX video.
1 second.
Lauren, I was about to ask something. What was the old band?
Oh, the old band, it's a punk band called The Measure. Um, we put out a record on No Idea. It's very that kind of vibe.
Okay.
Um,
Is it
yeah,
is it out there? Is it out in the world? Why are you laughing?
it's out in the world. It's
Okay.
out in the world.
That was just a great like it's very that kind of vibe and I knew exactly where it was going. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
good.
I mean, I shouldn't say it that way. I'm very proud of it, but it definitely doesn't. It just doesn't sound like my band now necessarily. But there were like we had like two singers, and everybody wrote songs, and it was very, very guided by voices meets No Idea, I think, which was fun.
I thought you were about to say no effects. It's like, wait.
No, that would be. I'm sure that band
Well,
exists though.
Yeah. How do you describe Worriers?
Good question. I at this point, not necessarily our first couple of records, but at this point, I do consider what I'm writing to be more like pop rock, like power pop, indie rock, which is sort of exemplified on the record that comes out in April. But it's very kind of like DIY indie. Like I recorded it all myself and just kind of had fun and experimented with things. So the new record is definitely different, but there will be a return to rock form.
I'll give you that, with a punk rock spirit, like you said, DIY. I read, we read some interview. I don't remember when it was, but it described the band as pop punk. Like that was just it. And I was like, that's wrong. That's categorically incorrect.
I see that every once in a while and I'm like, what part of I like
That's
pop punk. Well, we don't sound like that.
I do too. And no, I would top to bottom wouldn't ever say that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We're gonna stay in the music vein here. What's the last ska album or ska song you listened to?
Oh, good question. Last ska song I listened to, probably something by Catbite. They're or Jer. I feel like they come up in my TikTok feed all the time. But yeah, I went to see Streetlight Manifesto with a friend of mine out here. I hadn't ever seen them play. And the part of me that grew up in New Jersey in the Keysby Nights era was like, yeah, I should go see Streetlight, see what this is all about. And so that was interesting. It was my first ska show in a very long time.
Did you skank?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
no.
God.
I mean, I have lots in previous years, but not at that particular show.
In a different life.
Yeah, in a different life.
Abby, weren't we just talking about Streetlight? Like 2 days ago? I don't know. Whatever.
Right.
Lauren, you're an illustrator as well, right? Or a designer. Which do you prefer?
Illustrator. Illustrator is probably more accurate, yeah.
And is that something you do like full time on the side?
It's kind of on I guess I want to say on the side, just because I have my own visual art practice, and then I also am available for commissions. I make prints and stickers and pins and stuff. Like I table at art markets and things, which is definitely, it's more of a side thing, but it is turning into more of a full-time thing, which is nice. But yeah, for the past year or so, I feel like music has definitely taken up more of my time. That it would be hard for me to call the visual art side of my life totally full-time. But
well, we love it, and that's like both of our, like, I feel like anyone creative, music or otherwise, it's just so adjacent to those worlds. Like I'm a full-time copywriter, Abby's in hospitality, but we both, I mean, she can draw up a storm. There's not even a question here. I was just like curious. I love it. Oh, the question is, what did you do for Bayside?
For Bayside, I designed a t-shirt for them. What else have I done for Bayside? I feel like that might be it. Yeah. I think I just
which t-shirt do you remember?
It was the one that was based on the cover. There's with the guy in the spacesuit sitting at the diner booth. Yeah, so I basically just redrew that for them for a t-shirt. Yeah.
We love Bayside.
Yeah.
We're close with them. Nick is a good friend of the pod. He's done it twice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick is probably the person from Bayside that I know the best. He lives out here.
Yeah. He did we did a live show in LA in May, and he came out and hung
Oh,
out.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Favorite pizza in the world?
Ooh, white slice from New York, from Brooklyn. A white slice from Brooklyn.
Vinny's?
Vinny's? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. I'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my go-to if we're in that neighborhood of Williamsburg to go to Vinny's for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I took Abby to Vinny's when we were there last summer.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they're great. They're awesome.
They're great. Okay. Do you have any allergies?
No. Mm-mm.
No allergies.
No allergies.
What kind of blanket do you have on your bed?
I have a big comforter. So I don't have like a quilt or anything like that.
Are
But
we
I have
talking
a puffy.
duvet?
Yeah.
Puffy duvet? Okay.
Mhm.
And do you have a method of putting the duvet on?
Yes, and it's probably wrong.
Well, you go to the
You know
corners,
what I mean?
right? I'm asking if there's another better way to do it than
I put in the top corners, then shove in the bottom corners, and like
then-
just shake it a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Then we're doing it like that.
But I feel like there's some way where you put it on inside out and then you flip it, and it's just like
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I put it
Like-
on inside out. You just lay it on top of itself and then tie the inside corners, and then you can just like flip the whole thing and
yeah. See, that's like
and then there's
a
none of
methodical way.
this.
Wait, I'm confused. I'm very confused by this method. You put it inside
it's
out.
wrong.
It's inside out and you lay it on top of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you like tie your corners off. And then basically, as you're flipping it right side out, you're just eating the comforter with it.
Oh, okay. That sounds like more work.
I don't
Welcome-
stand there shaking my comforter for 10 minutes.
It's just
so
like a
I find
one.
it- I
Well,
know,
No,
I'm
it feels
short
too
for that. I
complicated
have
for
to do
me.
like a whole no.
Yeah.
I don't
When
know.
did duvets become a thing? Because I feel like when we were younger,
No, it was not. Yeah.
there's even our parents, no one had duvets. No one had a blanket on top of a blanket.
But it's so warm. I hate being cold. So
Well, you're getting hit with all this rain now, right?
oh yeah. I'm not a
No.
fan.
No one knows what to do. Everyone I work with who is mostly on the West Coast, they're like, we don't know what to do.
I didn't come here for this. I don't know why it decided to rain this much. Yeah, no, it's not great. But luckily where I am isn't like flooding or anything, but it's just very wet.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you're walking those dogs. Closest bookstore to where you're at. That'll give us a gauge.
Closest bookstore. I don't, there are definitely used bookstores right near me. I want to say Skylight Books. That was the closest one to where I used to live in
Okay.
LA. So I'll go with that.
You
Yeah.
like Skylight. Shout
Mhm.
out to Skylight.
Yeah, they're great.
They are great. We're bouncing all over the place. We're back to household chores. Do you have a set day to do laundry?
No.
No, you're
I'm
just
very
like
bad
whatever.
with routines like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think especially because there was a stretch of time in my adult life where we were really going on tour all the time, or I was traveling all the time, that the concept of like a weekly routine doesn't really exist for me. So yeah, no, I'm not I'm not good with that. I should. I try to do that stuff on the weekends. Like I try to,
Well, this is what
Something.
fans really want to know.
Yeah.
We don't, I mean,
the tough questions.
we don't care about your inspiration or anything like that. We want to know what day you're doing. We want to know which burner on the stove is your go-to. And is it different than your partner's go-to burner on the stove?
I don't know. The go-to burner is the lower right. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like lower. So front.
I've never really
right?
thought about this. Yeah, front, right. Yeah.
Now you're gonna think about it all the time. What kind of kicks are you wearing right now?
Um, the shoes I normally wear are like really worn out. They're kind of like fake combat boots, but like I'm forgetting the brand name, but you know, like fake combat boots. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you're picking up on something, but the allergy question is based off pollen in the air and what kind of kicks never quite kicks in.
Oh my god. I was like, where is this coming from? That's good. That's good. I appreciate it. I'm yeah, I'm down for the thematic references. I appreciate that. That's great.
And you've done the pod before, or you've done the interview before. You know, these are all really dumb questions. Some of them have little, you know,
No, I
tags
like
to
it.
stuff. We love the
Mhm.
new music too, so that's why
Thank
it's
you.
just also an excuse to bring it up. What's next? What are you worried about today?
Oh, again.
Yeah.
What am I worried about? Um,
Okay. You get this question a lot because of the name of the band. I'm gonna
not
retract it.
actually not really. But I'm not super worried at the moment. Trying to be chill.
That's
I mean,
great.
there's lots you could be worried about, but in general, I'm doing okay.
I was worried about this interview, and just being too tired. It's always a little nerve wracking. Hopefully things work.
Yeah.
Some
No, I think it's
solidarity.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any more of the tie-dye Warrior shirts left?
Um, no. We did the pre-order and I just ordered that number of shirts because it is so time consuming. So, I was like, I don't have the extra time. I would have made more, but not this time.
That's a good lesson. I should have jumped on it. Damn it.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault at all. It's mine. Okay. If the world were ending tomorrow, what would you do today? And I'm curious if your answer has changed from the last time.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't remember what my answer was the last time. Yeah. If I had, like, if the world was ending like tomorrow,
Or the next day. Very soon.
very soon, what would I do? I like, I'm gonna be really bad at this answer. I don't, because my gut instinct is to just like try to drive somewhere with my partner and our dogs. Yeah, because I want to think of something super super fun, but um,
This isn't a test or an attack or anything like that.
yeah, no, well, because I think about that movie, Don't Look Up, and how like they knew that the meteor was coming. And spoiler alert. But how you just see everyone having dinner and they're just enjoying the company of their friends. Like it's like that's all we get. So I think that's probably influenced my answer to that. Yeah, now I want to know what my other answer was because it was probably more interesting.
All right, I'm gonna make you sweat for a second. Let's go back. Abby and I watched that movie. We liked that the meteor actually hit, and it wasn't like they saved it or diverted it or something like that.
No, fair. Yeah. I agree.
They all came back around the dinner table. They all made their mistakes, kind of came back. Leo, you said drive to the canyons of Utah
Oh,
with your partner, the windows rolled down, singing along to everything really loudly.
oh yeah, that works. Yeah, because that's
like the
direction I had in my head. to drive out there. Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Are you watching The Last of Us on HBO?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it?
I really like it. I haven't watched the last episode. I didn't watch. If there was an episode on Sunday, I didn't see it. But yeah, I really like it. I'm really enjoying
It's
it.
over.
It is.
It was 2 weeks ago was the last season, episode, excuse me, because I think there's only 9 in this season.
Yeah. I think then have I seen the last? I don't think I've seen the actual last one. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And, well, and I mean, I feel like after episode 5, you can't not love it, you know? So after that, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. This is a great show.
Is that the love story? You're talking about the love story episode?
Yeah.
It's amazing. We were saying the same. It's maybe the best episode of a show ever, because again, it's just it's like perfect.
I mean, you didn't see it coming. You know, it's like you're sitting there at the end, like crying, just
Bawling.
be like, what happened? Like, what
So
was
hard.
that? Yeah, and I was at the end of it, just like, no, exactly, just like, how will any episode of television ever top that? It was very good.
Unto itself, it's like never have to do another even season, and that's perfect. And because there was no zombies in it, it didn't use like cheap thrills or jump scares or anything like that to get you. It's just like, here's a micro nugget or whatever you want to say of these two people's lives. Man,
Yeah.
Remember I told you I had like prepared myself because I live alone and I get scared of everything. So I was like, okay, we're going to watch the zombies tonight. Like, got to get ready. And then that episode came on and Ryan called me afterwards. I'm like bawling. I was like, that was not what I prepared for. I was not ready. I was like, it was almost worse. Oh, so beautiful.
I'm prepared to get scared, not like fall in love and be like my heart ripped out of my chest.
Not to have my heart broken.
Yeah. Are you watching any other shows, specifically really guilty pleasure shows?
Yes. I feel like I just finished something that now I can't remember, but I started watching Shrinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm enjoying that. And there's definitely guilty pleasure shows. I mean, my guilty pleasure show is always Sister Wives. But I feel like I talk about that fairly often, so this shouldn't be that surprising. But yeah, Sister Wives. I have seen every episode.
Well, we did a deep dive on you, and that did not come up. That is a fantastic little piece of information. Never would have guessed that.
Alternative family structure. I'm fascinated.
Very true. Oh, man. That's I
I
don't even
live
know how we
near a
top
lot
that.
of that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we drove really close to one of the border towns between like Utah and Colorado where they're like fundamentalist Mormons, which is not exactly what Sister Wives is, but yeah, I will watch anything tangentially related to that. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's how I feel about ghost shows. Like I hate to admit it, but anytime there's a ghost show on, and no matter how bad, nothing ever happens. It's real. Like honestly, Sister Wives is better, more probably higher brow than just like ghost shows.
It's like, at least you know this. Like, I watch ghost shows. Yes.
Such a sucker. I want to see a ghost in real life. I've never have. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
No. Do you believe in ghosts?
Like, I want to, but I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't know. I just don't have a strong stance on it, I guess.
That's perfect. I think that's normal. That's what you should be. If you swayed any other way, we'd be like, all right. Abby, do you have I don't even know this. Do you have a guilty pleasure show?
Any procedural cop drama.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I'll watch all of them. They're terrible. I love them.
There's so many bad ones now too. Like, it would be one thing if you were like, I'm really into Law and Order, but there's
Oh, I watch
Like
all of them.
that.
I mean, and I'm blaming this on my dad because like this started with, those kind of shows from like the 60s, like 50s, 60s, 70s. Like I watched Perry Mason, we watched Dragnet, all of that. So it's just
Oh
always
yeah,
been.
there you go.
Currently, I'm watching The Closer. It's horrible. I
Oh
love
wow.
Kara Sedgwick. Love her. It's a terrible show. Can't
I'll
stop.
have to watch that. I'll have to check that out.
It's bad.
I started trying to watch New Amsterdam.
I haven't tried that
I love Grey's Anatomy.
yet. Hmm.
And so folks were like, "Oh, you should try watching New Amsterdam." And I had like 3 episodes, and then I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm trying.
Okay, good to know. How do you feel about new Grey's Anatomy?
I
Are you
like
caught
it.
up?
Mhm.
I don't like
I
it.
don't. Oh, you don't like it? I mean, nothing can beat the first class, but
Oh, it's a new cast.
kind of. Yeah. It's like people have slowly filtered out, and so
Mhm.
it's like almost nobody other than what the chief and Bailey.
Yep.
Yeah.
The chief of is the guy who always I used to make fun of this show with a friend of mine because every time they brought in a new character, he would say, let's see, he would be like, it's always someone with conflict with like a current character, and they'd be like, "Why are you bringing this person in?" And he'd be like, "They're the best in their field," and that's it. Like that was the reason.
Every
Best in
time.
their field.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, New Amsterdam, so melodramatic. I watched the part of the first episode where the guy was like, "We're gonna do different doctor in here," and I was like,
Yeah. It's like,
"I love a good cheesy storyline," but I was like, "Nope, sorry, you're also too good looking for this."
yeah, he's like very good looking, and his wife is pregnant, but he's supposedly been a shitty guy. You just want to be like, I can't believe this.
I'm gonna skip that one. Check.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'll go Hope. That's the only other one I could think of. I don't even know.
Yeah, anyway, I could keep talking about this forever, but this is probably not
Oh, we love it. I mean,
not,
this
interesting to anybody else.
it totally is because most people love two things. It's like pop culture or food, and this podcast devolves into food a lot. So pop culture is a welcome. Anyone listening, it's a welcome relief.
Cool.
And different programming. I don't think we've ever talked about Sister Wives on the program, but I am going to switch gears because I just have to say that you or someone you know, I don't know if you have this, and this is the question. Do you have an album or a song or anything in your life that is or multiple, a time machine that transports you back to a specific place? While you think you or someone you know, that album is like, just reminds me of riding my bike in the morning, right when the pandemic started. Like everything shut down, and I was like, it was my angsty outlet. I love that album so much. Thank you for making it. Now I'll stop talking.
No, thank you. That's so nice. I definitely have records like that. I'm trying to think. Well, I think maybe this is a good example that like Magnetic Field's 69 Love Songs. That is really, yeah, that takes me to a very specific time, which I feel like is the very, like when I was like 2021 or something like that, in art school, and just like listening to a lot of Stephen Merritt, and I feel like the song that we just put out yesterday is very much my like, I have listened to the Magnetic Fields for a very long time, and making like a kind of synthy, silly pop song. But I love 69 Love Songs, Charm of the Highway Strip, all that stuff.
Good
69
answer.
Love Songs has Abigail.
Oh,
With
yeah,
Nicole
that's
Ronan on it.
right.
yeah.
It's like the only song in the world with my name in it. So I just love that album, but that's
that's a cute song to be named.
You're talking about Never Quite Kicks In.
Mhm.
Is a reflection of that, right? That's what you're
Yeah.
referencing.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
gonna have
I'll
to
name
listen
that.
to both.
Yeah.
That's a very cool answer. Uh, do you have a favorite New Jersey? 'Cause you're from Jersey, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What town, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, Technically I'm from Martinsville, but I tell everyone I'm from Bridgewater because it's in Bridgewater Township and that's where a mall is.
Yeah. What's your favorite New Jersey band? Do you have one? There's a lot of good bands come out of New Jersey. It gets a bad rap.
Uh, what is my favorite band from New Jersey?
Bon Jovi.
I mean, other it's like I gotta be like, well, other than Springsteen, outside of the boss, I'll probably go with like, yeah, it's probably a tie between Gaslight Anthem and the Ergs. I've seen the Ergs far more times, but I just saw them the other night, and that was really great. So,
And they're both
I'll-
touring right now, right?
yeah. Oh well, I mean, Ergs played a few shows on the West Coast.
Okay.
But yeah, Gaslight Anthem got back together. So.
That's good. So I don't know. Are you a sports fan at all?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching sports. I don't
Okay.
like follow sports really.
Abby and I grew up in Orlando, Florida. We happen to like the Orlando Magic. At the end of every Orlando Magic broadcast, as the announcers are closing out the game, they play, as they go to commercial, they play Gaslight Anthem. It's very wild to have like a fucking
But like Orlando. Sure. That's
some
great.
programming person is like, this is who I like, this is who I'm playing.
Yeah. No, well, it's like weirdly there's I guess not weirdly, but it's just interesting that there's like a few there's like a handful of folks on Twitter I've noticed that who follow Worriers, who are very very much about sports, and you know, who like run a Yankees blog or stuff like that, and I'm kind of what I'm like, are we gonna be one of these days we'll be on like ESPN or a sports thing, and it'll just be like, this is random but amazing.
I would love if like Aaron Judge's like a batting entrance song is a Warriors song. That'd be pretty fun.
I'd approve that.
Have you licensed your music? Is it playing anywhere wild or random?
Sort of. We've been on NPR Morning Report, Marketplace Morning Report. We've been in the background of that recently. I think we might be in a comedy special. A friend just asked for that.
Can you say who or not? Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I mean, they just asked me about it, so
okay. We'll
but
figure it out.
yeah, it's just decipher from my social media. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be, you know, it's probably someone cool, and we love comedy.
I'll probably watch it. Yeah.
And we'll check it, and then we'll like, bam, and we'll text each other, and then we'll email you. It'll be a whole thing.
But yeah, I feel like everybody would love to license their music more. But yeah, we've done a bunch of stuff, but yeah.
Have you ever heard your music someplace random, or what's the weirdest place you've ever like walked into? I don't know, a bar or any place like that? I've heard your music.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely happened. And it's usually, I feel like it's happened when I've been with my partner, and she doesn't necessarily notice, and I just like glare at her like, why is this happening? Like, what do I do? But yeah, no, it's happened. Which is pretty cool. It always takes me by surprise though. It's never where I would expect it. So
your partners go into these places first, calling and be like, "Can you play this music? We're gonna mess.
Yeah.
We're gonna mess with Lauren here."
Yeah.
This is Abby's favorite question. Do you follow Bothering the Band on Instagram?
I think I do. I think I do, because I feel like we've messaged and things. But Abby's gonna check and then be like, "No, you don't," and I'm gonna
No. this is just our shitty attempt to shoehorn in promo. Follow Bothering the Band. Follow Worriers Music. All one, no underscores or periods or anything like that. I like the stapler. I don't know why it was yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday's post or today's. It was a series, and there was one of just a stapler. I just got a kick out of that. In my mind, I painted a whole picture. I was like, that's Lauren's favorite stapler. It's been passed down for generations.
It's an old stapler.
My brain immediately goes to, have you seen my stapler?
That is why it's in that video, to be honest. I was like, I have to put an Office Space reference in this. I have to have a swing line.
Oh, goodness. We're having so much fun. Okay. If you could bother any musician, live or dead, who would you bother?
Oh, who would I like? I'm trying to think of the person that I would totally punish. And I'm not sure. I mean, there are many, I think, is the thing, and I'm trying to think of like the least embarrassing, obvious person to say. I would probably. I don't want to say I would bother him on the off chance that this ever gets back to him, but I feel like I have made it known that I'm a fan of Jack Antonoff, and I feel like we have met, but not in a context of like a nerding out conversation. But I feel like I really appreciate what he says about music, and like when he talks about producing and writing, that like I could ask him a lot of questions, I think. Whereas I'm like a big fan of a lot of people that I don't even know what I'd say. I would just be like, good job. Like, cool. Like, I like your work. Great. Cause I'm not really big on, yeah, it's like, I never know what to say in those situations. I'm not really one to like have to go up to a person I'm a fan of, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just always like, neat.
That's this podcast is that. It's like what musicians do we love and what's our angle, and it's just really stupid questions.
No, I like it though.
Gotta find your
Good
angle.
Yeah.
Back to Jack. I definitely agree. He would appreciate a geek out music session just to talk like shop or favorites or like shitty shows. He definitely has that vibe where it's not like a standoff, like snob music, like Genius. You know, I don't know. I'm not making sense, but okay. You don't know what you would ask him? Let's think of this. What really stupid question would you ask him?
Oh, stupid question. I mean, I feel like it would probably be like, what's your favorite diner or something like that? Because he's also from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
feel like he would have an answer to that, maybe.
So is yours Waffle House?
I feel like Waffle House is this whole thing, like it's its own entity.
It's its own vibe.
Yeah. Whereas diners, it's so funny because it's like I don't even think I know the name of a diner. I just know like, oh, the diner on Route 5 or like the diner on Route 22 near Warren or something. You know, like I would always just know how to get there and not like the Starlight. You could tell me anything, like it's named anything. I believe you. So
well, that just made me think of my other very favorite guilty pleasure show is Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. You judge me all you want. I fucking love it.
You like the grocery one too.
I do. I love
you just like Guy Fieri.
I do.
It's really what it is.
He's the best. Word on the street is he's sweet, gives back to people. Like
there you go.
How do you take your pancakes? This is a very important bothering the band question.
Just butter and syrup?
Okay.
Is there another way? No.
Well, yeah, you can go like chocolate chips or blueberries or bananas or some funky pumpkin. I don't
Fruit
know.
inside, fruit on top.
Some people don't do the butter, you know.
I usually just order plain or blueberry. I like blueberry cornmeal pancakes.
Cornmeal, yeah. Well, here's a little hint. Always, this is a motto of the podcast, always order pancakes for the table. No matter that, like, it's just like as an appetizer, everyone will appreciate it, even if they're not, especially like most people in this day and age are like, I'm going to do an egg white omelet or whatever. You get those pancakes, everyone's taking a fucking bite.
I guess, yeah, that's true. I've never seen anyone do that, but I feel like I've heard of people talking about that. So I appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
The burner and the pancakes you're going to remember, hopefully. Okay. What does the future hold for Worriers, for you? And let's hear it. What's next?
Well, we have Warm Blanket coming out on the 7th. We have a short tour happening on the East Coast starting on April 5th. And
Not Florida.
No.
I know.
No, not that.
But you are going to where in Brooklyn are you playing?
Playing TVI.
Okay.
Yeah. I've actually never been there before. It opened after I moved away, but I'm excited to play there. So, yeah. No, and then that's all I could talk about. There's other things, but that's all we have like actually on the books right now. I do keep telling people like, no, we'll tour more this year. I'm hoping to do a full US at some point, but and other countries too potentially, but yeah, that's the only thing we have like that I can actually talk about at the minute. But fun stuff for sure. I'm really excited for the new music to come out.
So excited, like beyond excited. Love your band. You're downplaying it a little bit. It's so exciting. New records are so exciting. Even mini tours are so exciting.
Yeah. No, and it hasn't happened in a while. Like this is the longest I've ever gone without releasing a record. So it's been a long time coming, and it's a really fun project that I'm really proud that I made happen. And just excited that so many other people really were encouraging and helped me make it happen, and just like in a different way than it usually goes for a band, I think. So this has been it's been a really fun experience, and I really hope people like the whole thing when it's out.
Oh, I can't wait. What we end episodes with a song from the guest, and because you have new music coming out, especially important. What song do you want us to end the episode with?
Oh, good question. You'll probably end it with "Never Quite Kicks In" as a reference to our conversation, I guess. That would be cool.
That'd be great, but it's entirely up to you. Everyone listening, just right when this is over, go listen to the entire Worriers catalog. It's fantastic. It's not to blow smoke up your ass, but it's like it is music you just put on. Every song's great. I love it. I'm biased. I'm so grateful you came back. We can't thank you enough. That's our very stupid program. However, we get to hang with our favorite musicians. Is there anything else we're missing? This has been so much fun. Sister Wives.
I don't think. Yeah, no. I think that's it. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and that's our show. And we'll end there.
Your scale goes from too cool to sad guy. What must that be like to only ever turn up to 5? Put this on a list for whatever mood it is that makes you forget you wanna climb over your desk and launch a printer see what you don't believe in with your blinders on. Cause you're not the problem, it never quite kicks in. What must I be like? It never quite kicks in. What must I be like? It never quite kicks in. What must